just show me how Bucky would make CryptoPunks worth more, be more valuable.
We're back in 1939, right? Paperboy, and 10 cents we buy a comic book, right? And whatever, what is it, 60 years, 70 years, it's going to be worth $3 million. Yeah. But what happened if that same 10 cents, I also bought 10 cents of the formal copyright of the Batman?
What I'm telling you, boomers, that us millennials have this covered. Bucky, my dude, NFTs are already copyright. That's what makes them so cool, because when you buy the NFT, you own everything. Right there, look it. NFT, you own the underlying board NFT, art, completely ownership of the NFT. It's there. It completely means everything. Todos, everything is everything. Everything equals everything.
Well, it might mean everything, but it does not include formal and legal copyright ownership licensing streams, Zach, because they can only be assigned, and they haven't been assigned. So listen, Zach, why are you getting mad at Bucky? Bucky, Web3, everything I'm telling you right now, Web3 makes this so easy to do. Like, this is incredible.
Okay, Zach, I'm going to show you now how Bucky would do an NFT. In our example, we're going to go back to 1939. Just assume that Web3 is also available in 1939. But the first thing Bucky would do for designing the NFT is the purpose. What's the purpose of the NFT? Now, the purpose wants to be something big and huge, something that can inspire a lot of people. So we're going to just say, okay, Bucky's global energy grid. That's a huge purpose. It's going to inspire a lot of people because that's going to essentially end war. It's going to have perfect distribution of resources. Everyone in the world can have access to millionaire or billionaire levels of wealth. Obviously, very exciting for people. So the purpose, right? Bucky's going to define what that purpose is. And then let's add another purpose, bigger purpose, space habitats. Because, this is sci-fi Bucky. So after Bucky builds a global energy grid, the second purpose is going to be to house millions and millions and millions of people in low-G orbit and homes for everybody in low-G orbit. Okay, so let's look at this scenario. So this is why Bucky is going to do an NFT, right? He's going to do an NFT because the NFT is going to fund the global energy grid. And even further, it's going to start funding building space habitats for people. Okay, so that's the purpose. Now the purpose, right, is going to be there to inspire first the artist, because now the artist now are going to look at that purpose and go, oh wow, that's pretty cool, that's pretty inspiring. Well, what stories can I come up with to express that purpose? So what themes can I express to come up with that purpose? Right, so all of science fiction already does this. So the bigger the purpose, the more inspiring the theme is. And a purpose also solves critical problems. So if you have a critical solution, that's going to inspire engineers, right? Engineers are going to want to devise some type of solution to this, and that solution becomes a piece of technology, which is essentially becomes a product on the marketplace. So design engineers create technology which serve the purpose, and artists express that purpose as a theme. So already you see we have a lot of intellectual property building and a lot of equity building. So Bucky is going to take these things now. Now for his NFT, he's going to start small. And just like the OG Batman in 1939, so Bucky Fuller is going to create a comic book NFT. He's going to turn himself into a superhero saving the world. Like Batman, though, he's going to sell the first edition in the story from 1939 for 10 cents a copy. If you buy the first copy for 10 cents, you also buy the distribution rights to sell the second comic book in the series. So anyone who wants to know what comes after has to buy it from you for 30 cents. So this is Dymaxion distribution. So issue 1 will be purchased for 10 cents, and it distributes issue 2 for 30 cents. When issue 2 is purchased for 30 cents, 20 cents goes to one holder, which pays them a refund. And when that transaction occurs, when the person sells issue 2, they will be awarded formal copyright ownership. So it's counterintuitive because you're selling something and now owning what you're selling. So Web3 innovations allow Bucky to demonstrate abundant economic marketplace dynamics. So Dymaxion distribution, Web3, right? So you're going to take a smart contract. So one smart contract plus one formal copyright contract, which is a registration document with the U.S. Copyright Office, equals one contract with two independent financial values. And a Dymaxion marketplace, right, a Web3 marketplace, wants to reward the transaction itself because it needs transactions. The whole system needs those transactions. That's what's valuable to the whole system, not what people are buying and selling. So scarce or non-fungible resources still produce sales receipts in abundance. So if you have this marketplace, everyone is selling these unique collectibles, one-of-one collectibles. That entire marketplace is going to have an abundancy of receipts. Now that you have formal copyright ownership, let's match that ownership with equity. So because we're in Web3, one smart contract plus a formal copyright contract plus one equity contract in the form of SEC regulated security tokens can now all be one contract, all in one digital wallet. So whatever you own in copyright is going to get matched in equity. Now each issue in the story of the Bucky Man, right, is something culturally to be appreciated because people are also just consuming the story about Bucky building a global energy grid. He's a superhero. It's exciting. It's fun. They're not expecting anything more, but they get back more than they expect. So a Dymaxion Web3 distribution, it's going to pay refunds against the original price of the issue in perpetuity. So how it works, you buy something in a Dymaxion marketplace, and it pays you a refund. In some cases, immediately it could do this. This is the second you buy it, you get a double refund on what you just bought, and you still own it, and then you can sell it again. So Dymaxion, this kind of efficiency now in distribution, we can distribute an entire narrative story. We can distribute all these rounds of essentially what is fundraising, because the community is consuming this art that is going to be funding and building these purposes, and that money is going to be given to whatever engineers or startups who are funding that purpose. All through the story. Let's cut ahead now. It's 2022. And Bucky has spent the past, 67 years building this incredibly valuable IP of Bucky Man, just like, let's say, it was Batman, right? So in 2022, and Bucky's going to make a huge movie, like a huge Marvel superhero movie. And the superhero movie is designed to inspire the purpose of these space habitats. So it's kind of like this futuristic sci-fi movie. And he's going to fund it all now. So he's going to go to his audience and he's going to have them buy a movie ticket in advance. And when they buy the movie ticket in advance, that movie ticket is also co-ownership. So that movie ticket becomes some kind of stake in the operation, some kind of formal copyright ownership, which is then going to be matched by equity from text artists. So Bucky's going to go to the audience and say, "Hey, audience, let's make this movie," and then the movie gets released. $2 billion in ticket sales, right? This comes out, and that $2 billion now, 100% of that $2 billion goes to fund the companies building these, satellites, whatever it is, to build space habitats, moon bases, whatever the case is. What you can see is the entire process is like this whole system that continually funds itself, distributes itself, and that's how Bucky would do it.